Hi everybody. 2 weeks ago I attended a great breakfast at the City Club sponsored by Chevron and hosted by Chevron to announce the nonprofits that Chevron gave $7 million to assist. Organizations like DonorsChoose, Teach for America, and Kiva.com. Now, what's fascinating about the event is that a lot of media weren't there, and I learned that one organization said that they only report on nonprofits when the nonprofit is doing something wrong. How's that for mind control? Think about that the next time you hear about a nonprofit on television. Well, here's a story about nonprofits doing well. And if you wonder what I got out of the event from Chevron, a great breakfast. I really liked it. Thanks.
Morning. Welcome, everybody. I'm very proud to be here.
DonorsChoose, changing it.
Project Lead the Way is a hands-on project-based curriculum that exists in all different kinds of schools around the country. We're in 3,500 different places. We find that it works incredibly well for kids from very varied backgrounds, and it doesn't really matter if we're in a school that's primarily minority and low income, or we're in a relatively affluent, middle class, really diverse school population. In all those places, it really teaches kids about the power of innovation and imagination, which is something we just don't have very often or very frequently in our schools. It just doesn't exist.
What's the website, by the way?
It's pltw.org. So, yeah.
Kiva is a website where you can, in $25 increments, make a loan to an entrepreneur in the developing world and now here in the United States. Typically, these entrepreneurs can't get access to capital. They live in low-income communities, and you, together with thousands of people on the internet, can start funding them. And it's a loan, not a donation. So when you make a loan on Kiva, and there's a 98% repayment rate to date, when you get your money back, you can actually recycle it and help someone else, or withdraw your money. And so it's just this online microfinance website.
And the website is?
The website is kiva.org, www.kiva.org.
Thanks.
Yep.
Matt, tell my viewers about the Chevron program, because a lot of people don't have an idea what Chevron's doing, and frankly, I was surprised. So it's a great organization put together here.
Well, it's an investment in the building blocks of California, education and economic development. How do we harness and mobilize all the collective resources that we have at our disposal to address inequities in education, to support entrepreneurs, and to build the next generation of leaders?
Hey, how does a person find out about this program? If they're watching and they say, look, I've got a program, I've got a site that's like Kiva's, how do they find you? What do they do?
Well, we are home based here in San Ramon. We have a team of many community engagement professionals, community development professionals, and I encourage them to contact us and let us know what innovative ideas they have. We're focused primarily in the areas of science, technology, engineering, and math, micro-entrepreneurship, career and vocational training. If you're focusing those areas and areas where we're focusing, particularly underserved communities, particularly in the East Bay, give us a ring.
Is there a phone number?
You can call me at, what is my number? It's 925-842-0600. I don't usually get that. I'm not usually asked what my phone number is.
Good though. You got it. Nicole Taylor, you're Executive Director of the East Bay Community
President
Foundation.
and CEO of the East Bay Community Foundation. And
tell my viewers about the organization.
Sure. Yeah, we serve Alameda and Contra Costa counties. So it's about 2.5 million people in our catchment area, and we have our own endowment where we can make grants. But we also house funds for philanthropists, individuals, families, companies that use us as a key vehicle to do their philanthropy in the East Bay. And we are focusing specifically our efforts around economic development and opportunity, as well as investing early in children, first to third grade.
If people want to get involved either as a donor or volunteer, how do they find you?
The best way, online, of course, ebcf.org, or they can call our main line, 510-836-3223. But if you go onto our website, you can actually see all of the work that we're doing, what our staff's doing, the partnerships we have in the community with the private sector, the public sector, and the nonprofits.
Yeah. The big idea behind Teach for America is that we are building a national movement to end educational inequity in this country. And so what we are doing is recruiting recent college graduates aggressively right now to have them commit 2 years to teaching in some of our country's lowest performing and low income schools. And in the short term, again, we're building this force of leaders that are going to go above and beyond in the classroom to ensure that their kids are making the academic gains needed to close the achievement gap in the four walls of their classroom and put their kids on different life paths by giving them access to a rigorous education.
You talked about one school in Oakland that was doing a phenomenal job. Can you tell my viewers about that?
Think College Now, yeah. So that kind of also bleeds into the second piece of our mission. So in addition to just generating, a lot of talent into our classrooms, we're also creating a leadership pipeline of people that are going to lead schools and actually reform at the district level. So what we see going on in Oakland is that we've got 10% of the principals in OUSD are Teach for America alumni. And the one school that I talked about on the panel in particular is Think College Now, which was started by David Silver 6 years ago in Oakland. And the whole idea behind Think College Now, it's an elementary school, is to infuse the idea of going to college at the first grade, second grade level. And this school has just made leaps and bounds of progress in the last few years, and it's staffed by over 50% of our core members and our alumni. And last year, for the first time, the school broke an API score of 800, which is the first low-income school ever in Oakland.
Right.
Thanks. It's incredibly exciting. And it was named as one of the California Distinguished Schools, only which of 3 are in low-income communities in the state of California, 2 of which are being led by our alumni, both in Oakland.
How does a person get involved with Teach for America? Is that the right question? How does it work?
How does it work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone walks in and says, I want to get involved, what do they do? What's the website, first of all?
www.teachforamerica.org. So as much as we get people coming to us, we also, again, we recruit aggressively on college campuses. We are looking for highly talented and motivated leaders. But you would apply online and you would go through a pretty rigorous application process. So we had 35,000 people nationally apply to the core last year. And we onboarded a cohort of 4,100 teachers. So we're a pretty selective organization, given the fact that what we are asking our teachers to do, both in the short and long term, is it's incredibly challenging work, and we've just got to make sure that we are selecting people that are up for the charge, understand how challenging it is in our schools, and really have the core competencies needed to be able to make those significant academic gains with their kids.
Excellent. Hey, thanks a lot.
Hey, I'm Charles Best, the founder of DonorsChoose.org.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
And our site you could think of as a philanthropic eBay where public school teachers post classroom project requests, and then donors come and they can choose the classroom project that they want to fulfill.
How do people find, what's DonorsChoose.org, right?
That's right.
And how do people get involved more if they want to help out in some kind of way?
They go to DonorsChoose.org and you can express a really personal area of interest: yoga, knitting, Catcher in the Rye, history, Oakland, whatever,
Yeah.
and find projects that match your topical or geographic interest area and give really seeing where your money's
In
going.
this economy, how's things going? It's get more donors, less, dollars?
More and more donors giving a little bit less. So it's a big growth in our donor base, and but a continued decline in the average donation size.
Hey, great job, you guys.